I always just get this one long random curl. What the fuck? Right boys, welcome back to another video. I am up and early. It's 10:30 in the morning and I'm already on at meal number 2, which I've got just over there, if you can see that. So we are about to start with a coach. So I've got my plans through this morning and I've not got all the items I need in terms of the diet. So I'm on my way to get my car fixed, and while we're out, we're going to pick some bits up for the new diet. But in terms of what we've had today, we've already had meal number 1, which was eggs on brown toast. Meal number 2 is next to me right there, which is chicken, rice, peppers, and I've also got some fruit with me as well. So I'm going to go get my car fixed, pick up some bits for the new diet, and then we'll get to the new plan. So yeah, I'm eating chicken and rice at 10:30 solely because I'm going gym a bit earlier today, and obviously I need to get my car fixed. This car's doing my tits in, but both the headlights have gone in my car, so I need to get it fixed. Obviously, we are planning to do a natural bodybuilding show probably next year, so 2025. So the goal now is to put on as much muscle as possible before we actually prep for the show. So we've got through a whole plan: nutrition, training, etc, etc, etc. So I'm not going to go through every single bit of detail, but just covering some of the basic bits. The training has changed a slight bit. So if you know, at the moment we're doing a, what even split are we doing? We're doing a pull, push, rest, legs, rest. That's the split we're doing right now. And that's going to change to a push, pull, legs, rest, upper, lower, rest. So slight changes in terms of the actual split, but split doesn't matter too much. The main change to the training is volume. So if we just pull up the training plan, so the real big difference is the actual amount of volume you're doing per week. So I'm just going to break it down. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but per muscle group per week, we're going to be doing 13 sets of chest, 16 sets of back, 14 sets of delts, 13 sets of quads, 9 sets of hamstring, glutes, biceps, triceps, and 8 sets of calves. So that's the main difference between what we're doing now and what we're doing, well, what we're doing previously and what we're doing now. So it's just the volume that's changing. In terms of the other bits, the only difference is cardio. So I really only did cardio when I was on a cut or on a prep or whatever. We are going to be doing cardio now twice per week. We're going to be doing 10,000 steps every single day, and then the 30 minutes of cardio is going to be on the Stairmaster on a rest day. So they're the main changes that's happening as of today. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm actually pretty excited to get big, and then obviously I'm excited for the show next year, so it's going to be good. So after this, after my car gets fixed, I'm going to be heading down to the park. I don't know what that anticipation was for, like it was some big thing. I'm going to be heading down to the park to get some steps in, because obviously we've got 10k to do. It is a lot. You have to, especially when I'm not in work, you have to make an effort to actually try and get the steps in, otherwise it just won't get done. So get some steps in, get more food, and then we've got push today. And it's the first push session on this new split, so you can obviously see what the session's looking like in terms of that. I'm pretty sure that fruit was off, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, one day probably ain't gonna kill me, is it? But I'm sure it'll be alright. And in terms of the tablets that I take every single day, it is these 4. Now, this is omega-3s, vitamin D3, ashwagandha, and zinc and magnesium. So they are the 4 that I take every single morning, and I also have creatine. Now, creatine is arguably the most important one out of all of these. So if you don't take your creatine, make sure you're taking 5 grams every single day. And at the moment, I'm taking this within my intro. So while I work out, I have a drink which is made up of 5 grams of creatine, 15 grams of amino acids, and 2 grams of pink salt. So I'm getting this in 5 grams every single day. Right boys, so we're now on 5,000 steps after that little walk, and we've got our pre-workout meal ready. So this meal is 80 grams of oats, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 100 grams of blueberries, 2 grams of pink salt, and 35 grams of whey. So we're going to eat this now, wait half an hour, and then head down to the gym. And we've got push today, so we'll get on with that in a sec. So I forgot to record pretty much the rest of the day after the workout, but we're now on the day afterwards, and I may as well show you what we're having for breakfast, seeing as yesterday we missed it off. So meal one consists of one bagel, 230 grams egg whites, 2 eggs. That's supposed to be 100 grams of raspberries, but I had strawberries left, so I'm doing that. Usual electrolytes, and obviously tomato sauce. So yeah, post-workout done yesterday. Now, that was the first session with my new coach. So the main difference that I found with that workout compared to how I would normally structure my push workouts was the amount of volume I was doing. Exercise-wise, there was only a couple of different changes, but the main difference was volume. So normally, when I do a set, I do, obviously my build-up sets, my warm-up sets, and then I build up to my top set, which is my heaviest set, which is to failure. That's one set. That's one working set. After that, I do a little bit lighter, which is called the back off set. So I do 2 working sets per exercise. Now, on this new program, I'm doing up to 3 working sets. Now, that's the main difference, obviously, because if you're doing 8 movements over a session, that's 8 more sets per session. So it's quite a bit of a difference. But overall, the session was pretty good. So I think we recorded like 3 or 4 movements. The gym was pretty busy, even though it was a Saturday afternoon, which is a bit weird. But yeah, so obviously, that's the video wrapped up. We are now moving on to day 2 with the coach. Now, this is going to be a pull day, so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it on there, but if you don't, then you won't see it. So yeah, boys, if you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you lots next week. Peace.